Let me know. Just tell me, how was it? How was the ride?
It's awesome.
Tell me about it.
A lot of bikers, a lot of fun.
Beautiful day for it?
It is a gorgeous day for it.
Have you been in it before?
Yes, this is actually my last year. I'm heading east to retire.
So how many years have you been in it for?
I've been in it for 12 years.
What do you think of it being a veteran of the ride?
It's wonderful. It's a good cause and we love them.
What does it do for you when you're riding along that highway?
It's a feeling of freedom and knowing that you're doing something for other people. Our veterans deserve it.
Can I get this one? Lulu, tell me about this first of many that you've organized. Tell me about today's.
Well, after 3 years of having a kind of work outside of the lines with COVID, it was nice to actually put one that was officially on paper together. And the turnout proves that the people still want to do the HHR, that this ride is important to them, and the turnout speaks loudly. Canada supports its veterans.
How many bikes would you say?
I'd estimate around 1,200.
When you started this, why did you start this, and what's the meaning hold today?
What inspired it was in 2008 when we brought back our 98th, 99th, and 100th soldier. It was just before Christmas. And, the bridges were lined along the Highway of Heroes, and you could see the mourning of a country. But what I didn't see was, there was no flag bridges or people standing there recognizing the ones that were still on duty, still, recovering from injury, that kind of thing. And I wanted to do something that, recognize them. So that first year, 2009, I decided to do it on the D-Day weekend, which is the first Saturday of June, and it's been successful ever since.
This is tell me why this is unique, and I'm going to forget why, but tell me, this is no cost, this is all.
Yeah, well, we made it free. I think that, we can't really charge anything, because what price do you put on what the soldiers do for us? We have a freedom in our country protected and fought for by them. So we do it for free, and we invite everybody that wants to come out and show their genuine support for our troops in the best way possible. And this was motorcycles, and we're on a Highway of Heroes, which is got some sentimental meaning to every Canadian. So it's a unique opportunity, and I'm so proud of how far this event has come.
Tell me about this. Tell me about the ride. How was it?
It was good. Traffic was decent. There wasn't too many bad people cutting in or out. So many people over the bridges waving flags and showing support. So it was awesome.
Forgive me. You've been a veteran?
Yes.
Can you tell me when you served?
I served in the 80s.
Tell me about what it's like to see those people on the bridges.
This is the first time that I've done a big ride where I've actually seen a large amount of people on the bridges, and to me it's an honor, but I'm also grateful that they are out there showing support, because our veterans are pretty important, especially the ones that didn't come home. They are much more important than the ones that are still living and breathing. So to see support on the Highway Heroes is very important to me.
I think, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all veterans need support, no matter what.
I'm going to say some less than others, because some served, like myself. I served in the 80s, and in the 80s, we were in a conflict, so I didn't have to see any of the quote-unquote shit. So I might not need support as much as people that were in Bosnia or Afghanistan, anything like that. So, fortunately, a lot of the veterans groups all take care of each other. So we have that kind of support, but support from the government, I'm going to bite my tongue.
And have you been in this before?
Not this ride, no. This is my first time.
Come back again?
Oh, I'm gonna. First of many. This wasn't in the media, but when we brought home the soldier that died in the Ukraine 2 weeks ago, I was part of the honor guard that drove him home from Pearson to St. Catharines. So, believe me, I'll be out for
Were
any
people
of
on
that.
bridges, or because the media didn't know about it? Like the media didn't really know about it, so it's hard to.
Because of politics, the soldier wasn't supposed to be there because Ukraine's not a part of NATO. So he wasn't supposed to be recognized. But in his hometown of St. Catharines, there was many people out, and before that, there was very few. But it was grateful to see all the people out in St. Catharines, obviously.
Thank you.
In all seriousness, and there would not be a greater cause than, of course, honoring our soldiers who have given so much, in some cases the ultimate sacrifice, so that we can enjoy.
And our military has played and continues to play such an important role on the international stage. And as we all know, it was our military that came and helped us to get through the COVID-19 pandemic. So thank you for all of that. So to our Canadian military and veterans, for our past, present, and future freedoms, thank you for your service. Thank you very much.
I put this together. I had no idea it was going to be like it is. And one of the very special people that believed in my idea and believed in what this could be was Trapper Kane. And I want to bring him up now to say a few words. So if you will, please, Trapper Kane.
It's a great honor to be back here in Port Hope. I just left the Maritimes a few days ago, and as often happens, I was in a parking lot getting refueled. I was pouring a double espresso down myself and eating some Gatorade and trying to get some sugar into me, and a car pulled in the other side of the parking lot, family inside, and I could tell they were pointing at me and talking. Now, we've seen that as motorcyclists over the decades, but now things are different. And because of energy like we see here at the HHR, the Heroes Highway Ride, the father got out of the car, two young men and a little girl, 5 years of age, and his wife. They walked up to me. They literally lined up and one by one stepped forward and thanked me for my service. They could identify by my vest that I'd been a member of the Canadian military. So I thanked them for that and told them it means an awful lot. And the two young men, both teenagers, one older than the other. The older was asking about a career in the military, and the other wants to be a policeman. And they asked me, is it hard? Is it dangerous? Is it true what they hear on the internet about all the politics and all the nonsense that's going on? And I told them that every organization in the world is run by humans. And when you get humans together, quite often you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the truth of being in a uniform is it's crucial. The father asked me where I was going. I told him on my way to Trenton and Port Hope. We're going to attend the 14th annual Heroes Highway Ride. And I told them what Lou DeVito and Brian Stacy have done, their crews, their hard-working crews, to bring people together in Port Hope. I told them how we address 3 truths. The 3 truths that we identify directly involved his 2 sons. We respect and honor those who want to put on the uniform. Now, I'm the last person to be a walk-in recruiting commercial for the Canadian Forces, walking with a limp. But I joined up with my heart full, my hands full, like every veteran here in the crowd. Everybody who wants to join the military feels that calling in their heart. It's like a sacred trust, an oath that they feel is unfulfilled until they put on the uniform. So I told the young fellow who's interested in the military and the fellow who wanted to be a policeman how hard it is for people to consider that kind of a career, especially in today's world, with all the rhetoric and all the noise that we get thrown at us all the time. And I told them that the good outnumbers the bad. The first thing we address is our youth. HHR has always had youth ambassadors and youth coordinators, people who tie the youth of our community to this ride, showing respect to those who may well put the uniform on, that we will always be here to show you respect. The second group that the HHR supports, honors, and respects and shows their love to is those in uniform now. I remember many times in Trenton as HHR was getting ready to leave all the different years out at 8 Wing, 10-acre truck stop. People in uniform that day, just back from Afghanistan, just on their way to Afghanistan, still had the heart and energy to get themselves on a motorcycle and show up and ride on this HHR. The people in uniform, this ride addresses that identity, that they're doing the right thing, that we're proud of them, that we honor them, that their valid contribution to our community is crucial, now more than ever. The third truth that the HHR addresses is our veterans and those Silver Cross families, the comrades of those who've been taken from us, the family members. This HHR ride gathers all those folks here as well. Those 3 groups, those who are going to serve, those who are serving, and those who have served, and those who paid the highest price, we're here to compliment and show respect and honor to them, that their service was valid and their service was crucial. And as I'm talking to the father and the mother and the 2 boys who are interested in a career in uniform, the little girl, 5 years old, she raises her hand like she was taught to do in kindergarten. And so I kneeled down in front of her and I said, "Have you got a question?" And she points at my paratrooper wings. And she asked, "Are those angel wings?" And I thought about it, and they damn near were. I told them how things can go wrong in uniform. Things can go wrong in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. They can go wrong in the police force, firefighters, emergency medical personnel. Things can go wrong, but when they do, there's people in a network of love and support and professionalism that will be there for you. This ride, HHR, your energy, the people of Port Hope, all these vendors that you see around us, all this energy has shown the country something beautiful. Our CAV organization, the Canadian Army Veterans, this is our 20th year anniversary. I've ridden across Canada 19 times, and I have told the story of what you do on this ride everywhere I go, from Newfoundland to Vancouver Island. And people are duplicating what you do here, doing their best to show respect to those who are going to wear a uniform, those who are wearing a uniform now, and those who have worn the uniform and need to be reminded that we love them, that we respect them, and that we're there for them. Thank you all for joining us with HHR. It's been my honor to ride with you. I look forward to many years ahead. Thank you.
Canada, our home and native land, to patriot love in our first command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I looked around